What's up? Welcome to Play and Trade TV. We're coming to you live on the net at pnttv.com. My name is Mark, and Chris, how are you?
I'm feeling better. How are you feeling, Mark?
I'm still, getting back to the time.
Well, you have kids, so
I do, yeah.
They keep you running.
Yep. So this is part 2 of our E3 2011 coverage. And this week we took a couple questions from you, our viewers. And let's just jump right into it here.
We're
going to try to get to as many of these as we can. And this one comes to us from Josh in Tampa, Florida. And he said, Dear Play and Trade TV, did you get hands-on with the Wii U? And what were your impressions?
The answer is yes, we did get hands-on with the Wii U.
We did.
And so far, I'm impressed. I want to see a lot more. But because we want to know what the hardcore thing, what they bring to the hardcore games. We didn't get to see a lot of that. We saw a lot of.
we saw videos at the press conference.
Videos.
We had nice seats at the press conference too, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
And we saw them roll all those clips of those games, but on the floor, we saw Ghost Recon, but you couldn't actually. We didn't get to play it. I mean, if you wanted to wait in line, but we had a private meeting with Nintendo. We went upstairs, got some hands on with the controller and that, so we didn't get to play that. But all their first party titles were up there, and the one game that was fun, I think, out of all of them was the Battle Me game, which is where you're two guys with a Wiimote and the nunchucks running around through this environment with a ship flying overhead, and that ship was controlled by the person with the Wii U controller, and essentially they're like pointing around in reality, shooting at the people down on the ground, and that was a lot of fun. That game really showed what the controller could do,
and it was a lot of fun because I beat you in it. Yes, I did. I still beat you. That was the last kill, by the way.
We were in this massive firefight, and the woman even said, she's like, wow, you guys, you must have played this before. And I killed myself, of all things.
Which means you're already terrible at it, so I can't help you with that. But you actually played the Super Mario. Was that any good, or was that kind of just...
It's honestly, it was just like New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Yeah. I mean, the controller works fine with it. Right. I mean, it was funny to see. I mean, they had just multiple Miis set up within there.
That's cool that you can play the Mii.
That was very neat.
That's awesome.
And when you play as a Mii, they put on the Mario suit on the Mii, so it's cool to see that. But I think the biggest question here really is the controller,
right,
and how it feels. And they've these analog sticks. They are analog sticks, but there's not really much of a stick to them. It's more of the 3DS stick, I guess is the right way to say it. The controller's not that heavy. I was kind of I thought it would be heavier than it is.
No, it's not.
But it's not. But the biggest thing for me is the button placement. I'm used to on my Xbox and my PlayStation 3. The buttons kind of being, up and to the right. On this, they're down, straight down, not even at an angle, just straight down.
So if you own all 3 consoles, you kind of have to keep reminding yourself which one you're playing,
right?
Basically, because it's gonna, it's just you got to adapt to it. It's something different, something new, and it's just early. So we'll see where it goes. It's so far signs are excellent, but we got a long way to go before this thing comes out. So we'll see.
Yeah, Nintendo says they're shooting for the hardcore, so based on the titles that they have shown are coming to it,
it's promising. Yeah.
Whether or not it plays out, we'll see.
Right.
So next year, they're saying 2012. So hopefully we'll hear more on that soon.
Yeah.
Next question comes to us from Michael in Chesterfield, Virginia, and he says EA seems to be set to overtake the Call of Duty series with Battlefield 3. If you could only buy one title this fall, Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 3, which one would it be?
Tough. It's tough. It's not easy. Because I like Call of Duty and I love the campaign, and what we saw, the campaign looked fantastic, did it not?
Right, it did. I mean, it's a Call of Duty campaign, and that's the thing. People always knock Call of Duty, like, all the campaigns are short and they're so over the top. But you know what?
That's what makes them fun.
That's why I like the Call of Duty series. It's so much fun to do that.
And then you have Battlefield, which looked better than any game there, and I don't know. God, I want to say Battlefield just for me personally, because I don't play a lot of Battlefield. I want to try that just because it's new to me. But I want to stick with Old Faithful, which is Call of Duty, because I know it's going to be fun.
Right. It's going to be good.
A really, really tough question. And if you're going to make me pick, I got to go Battlefield. It was just, it looked too amazing.
I think I'm with you on that. We got hands-on, actually, with Battlefield 3 for the PC. And I think the mode we played, it was a rush mode, and you had to keep pushing forward and overtaking these separate areas.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing.
Incredible.
It played so well. And you know what? If I had to choose one, I would probably go with Battlefield.
Yeah.
Because the campaign is going to be fantastic. The epic scale of those battlefields. And that was the one thing when we walked out of the press conference that I said to you is, with Call of Duty, even though it looks like you're in an epic battle, you still know you're still kind of funneled down that,
Right, you
area
are,
where they
right.
want you to go.
Yeah.
Where with Battlefield, you could just tell you were amongst a squad of guys and you were just pushing through,
Yep.
going forward to your objective.
And best thing about Battlefield 3, everything online is free. So that might be one big thing that might sway people one way or another.
Well, but I mean, also, Call of Duty, it's free to play online. It's all the outside,
all the extra stuff,
things, which we also had a meeting with the guys from Call of Duty Elite, and after 30 minutes of hearing them talking about it, they're pretty good salesmen. I'll tell you that much. And we couldn't get pricing or anything out of them.
No.
But the biggest thing that he said is, if you are somebody who buys the DLC, this is a no-brainer for you.
Exactly.
So in the end, that I'm taking that as, if you buy all the DLC anyways, this is going to cost the same as all the DLC that you already buy.
Right.
And a lot of the features they showed us, the clan features, the group features, which were very neat.
Was neat.
A lot of that stuff is going to be free, or at least limited, where you can maybe be only in one clan, or just some of the features of the clan for the free people are going to be different.
Yeah.
So, and then, but Battlefield has the battle log, which they didn't really reveal too much on, but they're going to have something very similar, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a tough call.
So we're going
tough call.
Definitely Battlefield 3.
We're going Battlefield 3, but Call of Duty will also be played, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, just bottom line, you got to get both.
Get both.
I mean, I remember
exactly.
we're sitting in the Call of Duty demo, and I just look at Chris. I go, you got to get both.
Exactly. Just get both.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yep.
So, all right, well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, we got a couple more questions from you. And we're also going to announce what our game of show is. So we'll be back right after this.
Dear PlayStation, Cole's new powers in Infamous 2 are impressive.
I know, right? We turned him up to 11. Even his powers have powers. And have you seen the ionic vortex?
I love that one.
Epic!
Agreed. He and I should team up.
Nah, Cole's more of an underwear on the inside kind of hero.
Infamous 2, rated T for teen.
PlayStation.
All right, so welcome back, and let's just jump right in here. We have a lot of questions we want to get to here. This one comes to us from Kyle from Middletown, New Jersey, and says, every year it seems that there are a couple of games that fly under the radar that gamers don't expect to be great.
Yeah.
But what games do you see that could be the next great games?
Well, I have two. One of them is Metro Last Light.
Oh, yeah.
Game looked incredible. Love the setting. Looked fantastic. Setting is like post-apocalyptic. Russia, I believe. I'm correct on that.
It's the follow-up to Metro 2033, for those of you that played that.
Okay, so I didn't really play that much, so I don't know the setting, obviously. But maybe even more than that, I don't want to dwell too much on that. I want to dwell on XCOM.
Oh.
XCOM to me is right up my alley for what I want in a video game.
I was surprised by that. You loved that demo.
I
didn't
did.
expect that coming out. You were like, this is best of show so far. I was like, really?
And I didn't either, which is why it's a surprise.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I love the setting. I love sci-fi and aliens and shooters, obviously. And this has all of that, and it takes place in the 60s.
Yeah, early 60s too, kind of when there was that whole,
Yeah.
Cold War started and everybody's just nervous. And
it's just more tactical. It's more tactical than I thought it was. I just thought it was a regular first-person shooter, which would still be fun for me, but they integrated the tactical part of it. And everything you can do. I don't want to get into too much, but it was really, really detailed. It's more detailed game than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be your average shooter, but it wasn't.
But it's not. No, yeah, it is very tactical. You have agents you're bringing into the field, and you're capturing alien technology and turning it back on them.
Right.
Looks to be great, yeah.
Or you can keep it, bring it back to the lab, and refine it and use it for yourself. There's a lot going on in the game, which really blew me away.
Yep.
Can't wait for that game. Looks
I
really,
got two
really
for you. I got Payday, which is coming to us from Sony Online Entertainment, both the PS3 and PC. Think Left 4 Dead and bank robberies. That's what this game is, and
Can't wait for that.
Very, very neat. Yeah, and not only are you going to just be robbing banks, you're also going to be robbing armored cars in the streets, and very, very fun to play. 4-player co-op, lots of fun.
We're
but the other game that I saw that, I didn't expect really anything going in, and it is a big name title in its name, but the outings from this character for the past, I couldn't even tell you how many have not been that great.
Subpar.
And that's Tomb Raider.
Yeah, man.
I saw a 40-minute private demo of Tomb Raider, and the game looks fantastic.
Whole new take.
I can't even push
that
how well this game looks. I mean, I saw what a lot of people saw at the press conferences, but then I also saw a little bit more on top of it. And the team at Crystal Dynamics, they've definitely played some Uncharted because they're taking cues from that series and pushing it onto Lara Croft.
Right.
And just to see the brutality and in this game and the maturity that's going to be in it, it's going to be great.
Yeah, you can tell they took this series and they're like, all right, we need a fresh take on this game.
Yep.
Because what we put out has not been good. So let's start fresh, let's start new, and put out something awesome, and they've totally done that.
Yeah, I mean, they kept pushing on survival in this game, and you, as Lara Croft, you are going to be needing to survive. So keep an eye on that game because it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Chris, let's just give our game of show. Every outlet, every publication, everybody has to give their game of show. Yep. And looking back at all the games, I mean, we saw Skyrim, which is almost a given that should be game of show. Looks amazing. Mass Effect 3, for me, should be a given that's the game that should be game of show. So I'm kind of putting those aside because, I'm just, as the fanboy in me, that's why I'm really looking forward to those games.
Exactly.
But there is one game that both you and I, when we walked out of it, hands down.
Yeah.
Game of show.
If you're struggling with picking a game that best of show, that's one thing, but we're not. BioShock Infinite is head and shoulders above everything else that I saw. I think without a doubt. I can say that without hesitation.
Oh, dude, the team at Irrational Games have done it again. I mean, think back to the first BioShock and what really made that game great. It was setting. It was just the
story,
unknown.
everything.
Yeah, the story. Everything just pushing you forward. And with this game, the setting's back. The ambiance is back. The unknown is back. And the relationship between Booker and Elizabeth, what we saw in just the 20 minutes, I was already invested in her character. I was already there. Like, I want to know what's going to happen. I'm so intrigued to play through this game.
And who the villain is in the game is a mechanical bird. His name is Songbird, which the name I'm a little iffy on.
Yeah, the name's a little. We'll get used to it, though. I mean, think about the first time you heard Big Daddy. It was kind of
exactly. Yeah, but even him, like, he comes in at the very end of the demo, and you kind of get a sense that he's not, for me anyway, he's not really a villain.
No,
like he's held her in captivity for so long. I think there's a reason why he's done, because now that she's out, she has these powers that she doesn't know she had.
Yep.
So I think there's a reason why he's holding her in captivity. But that's just my own take. I don't know. But, he looked like a new villain that's going to be around for a while. Yep. It's a really good character, really good setting. It's amazing. It's just like, it looks like a big circus that you're just traversing around on these rails.
So BioShock Infinite, our game of the show.
Unbelievable.
Keep your eyes on it. I mean, I'm sure it's a big name title, so obviously everybody's gonna be checking it out. But really, I mean, it really looks that good. So as always, send us your emails to play@pnttv.com. You can also follow us on Twitter @PlayAndTradeTV. And of course, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PlayAndTradeTV. And on next week's show, we're going to answer more questions. I mean, we can only get to a couple here, and there's a lot of titles out there that people want to know more about. Send us your questions, please, to play@pnttv.com. We want to bring them on the show, answer them, and also show you some game footage, some trailer footage that we got. Chris, let's wrap it up here.
That's
E3, in one word. Give me one word on E3.
Incredible.
There you go.
Done.
So with that, we'll catch you next week.